we curate speakers here for meetings, speakers like you for our clients. And the idea is that we do just what you said. You bring an idea of having agency over your life, of having possibility, of being positive, of knowing the impact that you have. It's okay to have a down moment, a dark moment. You need to lean on others because that's where greatness is, in the agency of
Right.
others. Know who your heroes are, identify with them. And this might sound really corny and a little aspirational and kind of high minded, but I really believe it. You go to these huge conferences, whether you're the speaker and you're being ushered into a labyrinth of where to go get your mic on, and the person putting the mic on, who maybe never read your book, has a huge show run to do, a huge operation to produce, and is part of a big, big event. And they're with you for 10 seconds, putting it on, 10 seconds, putting it off. But they are loving and kind. And that just is all there is, really. And we've said on this, the greatest app in the world is love. That's
Amen.
it, period. So I don't know. That was kind of my monologue.
Can I take your monologue and run for a minute?
Please, I'm handing off. Here we go.
So two things about that. I think for the most part, the guys doing that, the ladies doing that, they usually wear black shirt, black pants, black shoes. And I think they're not used to being fully seen by the person they're putting the mic on. I think many speakers, and you don't need to be a big time speaker to look down upon someone, in quotes, just putting the mic on you. I love those guys, man. I treat them with respect. I ask them about their family. I don't have any sound out there unless they do their job well backstage. So I'm profoundly grateful for them. So that's one piece. Like, love the one in front of you always. Secondly, when we speak, and I usually use the pronoun we, because I recognize I have you on my team, and I have a team here in St. Louis that supports me, and my family support. Like, everybody's pushing me forward. So I might be in the spotlight, but there's a lot of hands that made that happen. So when we speak, it always ends with my phone number going up on the screen. And the invitation to the client is, if you want to take the next step forward in your journey, and you'll allow us to send you Monday Morning Motivation with John O'Leary, just text me your email. It's how we do life together. You'll get my emails on Monday. And then here's the thing. Email works both ways. If you ever need a thing, you got my email, you got my number. The answer is yes. So like, all the audience hears that. But quietly in the back of the house, the guy's wearing black hear it too. And my favorite text to get every single time is not from the executive and the CEO, the meeting planner. I'm thrilled. My favorite text is always, and it happens every single time, the AV team. And it usually begins not with their email address, but it usually begins with, I've never done anything like this before, but, and then they tell me why, and then they drop in their email. So then we get to take the hand of the AV team and walk forward with them. So man, it's amazing what happens when you treat people as if they matter. There's a picture to my left on the wall of Martin Luther King Jr. And there's a speech he delivered mid to late 60s in Philadelphia, where he talks about, if you are called to sweep streets so all the hosts of heaven and earth stop what they are doing to say, there lived a street sweeper who swept his streets well. When he was done with this, the entire auditorium rose to their feet. And before you think, oh, was it a room of custodial staff members? No, it was middle school. It was an impoverished, overlooked middle school in Philadelphia. And these kids were being reminded that whatever you do, do it well. Act like it matters, and it will.
Yeah.
And when you treat the guys in front of you as if they matter, their life matters, their work matters, you give them something they may not have given themselves that day, but it begins to change them. So here's our task then. Not just in the back of the house, but to the Starbucks barista and to the Chick-fil-A order taker and to everybody you bump into as you roll through life. Treat them as if they have royal blood coursing through their veins. It will change your interaction profoundly, and it might change or save their life afterwards. I think it's that big of a deal.
It is. And I'll just come back to the beginning of this segment. You don't get mic'd up properly, and they're not, even if you weren't like as loving and generous of spirit as you naturally are with them. But let's assume, somebody's in another moment, they're going through something.
Yeah.
You don't get mic'd up. The AV doesn't get your stuff on the screen. That ability to invite in an appealing, attractive way, to text me, email me, get on our newsletter, doesn't happen. So it's like the interconnectedness of us all, all the way back to that first dinner that took 2.5 hours. It's like your mom was putting on the mic. It was a mindset mic, but it was all there. It's all part of that journey.